I was watching a video, and I shed a tear. I started to shed a tear because what this lady was saying was so dead on. I've been talking about this for 2 years. Okay? I've been saying this. And this lady was so dead on. Everything I've said has come to pass. Everything I've said has been dead on. Everything I've said about my family, about karma, about negativity, everything when it came to my family, I remember when I was younger and I would talk to them and I told them, it's like Goku would talk to his enemies and he would tell them to reconsider my offer. Please don't do this. And they will do it anyway. Now I feel like, listen, you want to go hang yourself? Go ahead. Go hang yourself. You want to act like I'm going to make you wait whenever I feel good and ready? You have that right. Be my guest. You want to act a fool and be disrespectful and treat me like a dog shit? What I heard this lady was saying, I cried. There's certain things people say that will shake you to your core. There's certain things that people will say that will bring you to tears. When I saw this lady went into so much details that she said this person will go on their knees. I remember that image in my head. The image was in my head of her dad going on her knees and crying, living a life of regret. I'm like, she was talking, it was so vivid with this lady. I said, no way, there's no way she can be so dead on. There's no way she can be so precise. There's no way she can talk so much truth. And she said she will have to relive the cycle again. And each incarnation she comes into, each time she reincarnates, she will have less and less and less resources. She will walk a more darker path. And I cried. Because she was supposed to be with me. I cried because I did everything I could to help. We came in pairs. And she was supposed to step into her power. And she refused. And now because she did not step into her power, because she was called to do her job, and because she refused, she's going to walk a path of darkness. And I will just put the link under the video so you can watch the video. And this is why I remember returning back to source, returning back to where I came from. And when I returned, I would watch from the other side, and I was upset. I was sad. I cried. And I said, I'm not going to get involved, because she chose that path. Did not want to change. Did not want to step into her power. What the lady said, the life she's living is insane. It's insanity. It makes no sense. She doesn't need to. What she's needed, what she's supposed to do, is step into her power, and she doesn't want to. She wants to lie, disrespect, play games, come and go as she please, create illusions, manipulate, gaslight, deceive, hide behind religion, use culture as a front, make excuses, only focus on materialistic things. You go to school for 7 years and you haven't learned a goddamn thing about yourself, about the existence of what is. And you want to talk about your preference, what you prefer. No one gives a shit what you prefer. You were supposed to come and do a job. You were supposed to ascend with me in this lifetime. That is what you were supposed to do. You were supposed to join me to ascension, and you refused. And this is the last life, and you're going to be left behind in the darkness by yourself. And you know what? That is your choice. And you're going to take it to the grave, and you're going to realize I really fucked up. And you're going to come back and do it all over again. And each lifetime it'll get worse and worse and worse until you decide to step into your power. So basically, you're taking the long way. You're taking the long way out. Eventually, you're gonna reach the same conclusion as I am. You see, so it doesn't matter if they're your soulmate or your twin flame. They can choose darkness. They can choose not to ascend with you. They can choose not to love you. They can choose to do whatever they want because they are everlasting, because they are source, because they're part of source, because they live forever, because they have free will. They can choose darkness. They can choose to not give a shit, to not care. And for that, there's a price to pay. There's a price to pay. If you came to do a job and you refuse, best believe you're gonna go through a lot of shit, a lot of karma, because you did not want to listen. And it will be no one's fault but your own, because you put yourself in that situation. You can choose to rise or you can choose to fall. The choice is yours. You can fall and then keep falling into darkness. I promise you, it's gonna take a lot of shit, a lot of pain, and a lot of strength to get out of it, to wake up from it, and you're not gonna have help. It's gonna get more. It's gonna get more difficult each incarnation, because people are just no one's gonna help you. Okay, no one's gonna help you. No one will help you, and you know what? That's what needs to happen.